Hello little shrimps, I'm missing you so much still, but I thought we'd have a bit of fun. It's the summer term now and we're going to be learning all about down in the jungle. Now lots of you have been to the zoo and seen lots of different animals, but some of you might not have. So over all the activities that I'm putting on the webpage, I hope that you can learn some new animal names and some new animal songs. And I've got a story here. Today I'm going to read you a story. And this story is called Wait for Me, and it's written by Eileen Brown. She is the author of the story. Now I thought I'd come outside in my lovely garden because it's such a beautiful day, but it might get a little bit noisy because there's a road just next to me that has lots of busy cars going through. So you have to bear with me. I might stop sometimes if I can hear a noise and think you might not be able to hear me. Okay, so this is called Wait for Me, and it's got some jungle animals in this story. You might be able to see them on the cover. And I've got a few of my little cuddly toy friends. I've got the elephant, and his name in this story is Eddie Elephant. And this one's hopping and skipping and jumping about. This is Monkey, and this is Molly Monkey. Now I haven't got a parrot, but my little daughter Abby has let me borrow her flamingo, which looks a bit like a parrot because it's got a beak. So this is Polly Parrot. And I didn't have a snake either, so my little daughter's been very busy making things. And she's made you a snake for you to enjoy. There's a snake. And this is called Slippy Snake.
Sizzle.
No, it's Slippy Snake. That's my little Abigail in the garden on her swing while I read the story. Okay, so we're going to start the story now. Hope you enjoy it. I want you to listen very carefully because there's some questions at the end I'm going to ask you all about it. So please listen very carefully. Wait for me. That's the title of the story right up there. And did you see how my finger pointed from left to right as I read it? And the author's name's at the bottom, Eileen Brown. There's Eddie Elephant, Molly Monkey, Slippy Snake and Polly Parrot. Turn the pages very carefully. Now let's see if I can read it and hold it up for you to see. Pictures aren't very clear because it's a bit funny light out here. I'm thirsty and hot, said Eddie the elephant. Me too, said Poppy the parrot. So am I, said Slippy the snake. I've got an idea, said Molly the monkey. Let's go to the cool, sparkly river. Hooray, said everybody. But how do we get to the cool, sparkly river? Asked Eddie the elephant. It's easy, said Poppy and Slippy and Molly. We cross the wide sandy desert. We get past the huge pile of rocks, push past through the dark tangled jungle and go over the green slimy swamp. That's how we get to the cool sparkly river. Come on, follow us. They went to the wide sandy desert. How can we cross it? Asked Eddie the elephant. Oh, let's see if I can make an Eddie the elephant voice. How can we cross it? Asked Eddie the elephant. With a flap of my wings, said Poppy. With a slither and a zigzag, said Slippy. With a hop and a skip, said Molly. Let's go. Stomp, stomp, stompity stomp, went Eddie the elephant. Wait for me. they reached the huge pile of rocks. How can we get past them? Oh, that wasn't a very good elephant voice, was it? Shall I do it again? How can we get past them? Asked Eddie. With a flap and a flop and a hop, said Hoppy. With a wiggle and a squeeze, said Slippy. With a scramble and a climb, said Molly. Puff, pant, went Eddie. Wait for me. They came to the dark, tangly jungle. How? Oop, hang on, let me do my elephant voice. How can we get through it? Asked Eddie. With a flutter and a flap, said Hoppy. With a weave and a waggle, said Slippy. With a swing and a leap, said Molly. Crash, smash, bumpety bash, went Eddie. Wait for me, he shouted. They got to the green, slimy swamp next. How can we go over it? Said Eddie. With a flap and a glide, said Poppy. With a slither and a wriggle, said Slippy. With a run and a slide, said Molly. Squish, squelch, splatter and splodge, went Eddie. Wait for me. At last they arrived at the cool, sparkly river. Shall we fly in? Said Poppy the parrot. Shall we slip in? Said Slippy the snake. Shall we climb in? Said Molly the monkey. Go in how you like. I'm jumping, said Eddie. And Poppy and Slippy and Molly all shouted, Hey, wait for me! Look, he's having lots of fun. And so are the others. Now, I hope you enjoyed that story, and it was a lovely fun ending. Just imagine jumping into that pool, nice and cool on a hot summery day like today. So I thought, I'm sat here because I thought it looked a bit like a jungle with all the lovely leaves around me. So I've got some questions now. Are you ready? Let's see if you can answer my questions. What do you think? Have a little think. Okay. Can you remember the name of all the animals that were in this story today? Let's have a little think. Who were the animals in this story? There was a monkey. Well done. And what was the monkey's name? Molly Monkey. And there was a... Oh, here's Molly Monkey. Molly Monkey. And there was a snake. And that was Slippy Snake. Slippy Snake. Slippy Snake. And there was also... Yes, an elephant. What was his name again? Elephant. Oh, Eddie Elephant. Eddie Elephant was in the story too. And there was something that had wings. Yes, it was a parrot. Polly Parrot. There's Polly Parrot. Come to say hello. Do you notice something about those names of each of those lovely animals? Polly Parrot. They begin with the same sound. Polly Parrot. They begin with the sound. Well done. And we had Eddie, elephant. Eddie, elephant. They both begin with a sound. E for Eddie and E for elephant. Eddie, elephant begins with a sound. E. And then we had Molly, monkey. Molly, monkey. And Molly, monkey began with, can't see if I rub my tummy. Sound for Molly, monkey. And Slippy Snake, where are you? Slippy Snake's name began with for Slippy and for Snake. They both begin with a sound. We've been learning some of those sounds in our nursery, haven't we? Okay. I wonder if you can make your name up with another name. So it could be Jumping Jack, or it could be Super Sienna, or it could be Rolling Roman. Okay, you have a little think. Lucky Lucy, or Jammy Georgia. Okay, have a little think, see if you can make up some funny names, but they've got to have the same sound at the beginning. Okay, that's called alliteration. We've been learning a little bit of that in nursery as well. Okay, let's see if there's another question I can ask you about the story. So you've got to think back to the story now. Have a little think. Which one of these animals was your favourite character? Was it the big, stompy elephant? Or was it the hopping and leaping monkey? Or was it the flapping, flying parrot? Or was it that slippy, slithering snake? Have a little think. And you can tell your grown-ups who your favourite story character was. Now, I wonder if you can pretend to be an elephant. Elephants are so heavy. They have very big, heavy feet. And they don't just tiptoe everywhere because their feet are too heavy to make little tiny sounds. So they stomp everywhere. They stomp. I wonder if you can be an elephant. Can you pretend to be an elephant? Stomp those feet everywhere. All around your house. All around your garden. Go and be a stomping elephant and then come back to me. See if your big brothers or sisters, if you've got any, can they be stomping elephants? Have a little go. Right, so you've just been like Eddie the elephant. Now let's see if you can be like a parrot. Now that parrot has a lovely beak, and that's how they get all their food. And also it's got beautiful coloured flapping wings. So your arms can stretch out really wide and flap up and down, and you can fly like a parrot all around your house or all around into your garden. I think I'll flap in a minute to be a bird or a parrot flapping around my garden like in the jungle. Okay, let's see if there's another question now. Now you've been a parrot flapping and hopping around your garden or your house. I wonder this time if you can be a slithering snake. Can you slither all around your house or slither around your garden? Have a little go. Right, think back now. This is another question about the story. Can you think back to where the animals went in the story? Have a little think. Yes, they went across, if I look back, they went across a wide and sandy desert. So in the desert, there's just sand everywhere. Everywhere. So they went across the wide and sandy desert. And then they went over and past some huge pile. Oh no, they didn't go over it. They went past a huge pile of rocks. That was quite tricky. And then they had to push through the dark, dark, tangled jungle. Lots and lots of leaves and branches in their way. It was quite dark in there. They had to tread very carefully. They didn't want to fall over in that dark, tangled jungle. And then they had to go over the green, slimy swamp. That's very squelchy and squirchy, and they might have got stuck in it, but they just about managed to go over that green, slimy swamp. And then they got to, where did they get to in the end? In the end of the story, where did they get to? Have a little think. They got to a cool, sparkling river. And it was very lovely when they got into it. Another question. Let's see if you can answer this one. How does Molly get across the green, slimy swamp? Now remember, Molly was a monkey. How did she get across that slimy swamp? Have a little think. Can you remember? This is the fun part. Imagine if you had slime in your garden and you had bare feet and you could pretend to be a monkey. He went with a run and a slide across that swamp. It was very much good fun. So he ran and slid across that green, slimy swamp. How did Eddie, now think about Eddie, that big elephant, how did Eddie get into the river? Have a little think. How did Eddie get into the river? I remember this was the best bit, and I think you'd all like to do this, especially if you had a paddling pool at the moment, because it's quite warm. I haven't got one, so I'm not lucky enough at the moment. We need to buy a new one, but how did Eddie get in that lovely, cool, sparkly river? I remember. He jumped into the river, didn't he? Eddie, he jumped into the river. Splash! Splash! And he had a lovely splashing time at the end. Well, I hope you have enjoyed that story, and I hope you can see me. It's a bit funny lighting in the garden, but I thought it'd be nice to come outside because we love it outside. So you can pretend, if you've got a garden and you're lucky enough, you can pretend to be a jungle animal in your garden. You could even have a go at making some jungle animal masks. See if you can make a mask. Ask your mums or dads, grown-ups who you're with, can you have a cereal box? You can just draw a shape and then put some ears on it. And if you want it to be an elephant, you could add a trunk on, or big flappy ears. If you wanted it to be a monkey, you could put some roundish brown ears on. If you wanted it to be a parrot, you could add some feathers on. Or if you wanted it to be a snake, you could make a snake just like my little girl has, out of a pair of her old tights, and she stuck an eye on. And she stuck some material on to be its tongue. So you could make that, or you could make your own mask out of anything you've got. Okay, it could be a hat. Add some things onto a hat to make it an animal hat or mask. Have lots of fun. And I will see you very, very soon. Bye-bye.